Well, we are the equivalent of halftime here in women's volleyball. This is the third conference match of the season for the Arizona Christian Firestorm and the Masters College Mustangs. And the Mustangs coming from behind, they trailed by as much as 8 points in Game 2 to win it 25-23 and now lead the match 2-0. They also won the first game 25-19. I'm Dave Caldwell. Thanks for being with us here on masters.edu. Tomorrow night we will be live once again as San Diego Christian comes to the MacArthur Center and specifically Bross Court to take on the Mustangs. That's going to be a 5:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time start here at Bross Court. Some of the stats in the first two games that are noteworthy. Both teams have a pair of players leading them with kills at 6. For the Firestorm, Jenny Thompson and Mackenzie Warden both with 6 kills in the match. Ashley Kuhlman and Allison Child with 6 kills. The Mustangs out-hitting the Firestorm. 234 is their hitting percentage compared to 136 for the Firestorm. And specifically, in set 2, the Firestorm started off so strong, but then their attack really started to fall apart, and they settled for a 0.91 attack percentage, getting 9 kills versus 33 team attacks, and they also had 6 errors in that. That figures into the percentage. For the Mustangs, they hit 150 in Game 2, and that compares to a 375 in Game 1. Mustangs committed 7 hitting errors in that second game, and that is one of the reasons why the Firestorm were able to create such a big lead. They led by as much as 8 points. Assist, Aubrey Beckendam is the leading assist giver for the Mustangs. She has got 12. Marinda Killeen has 8, by the way. And for the Firestorm, Kayla Heaney, with 10. Haley Settle with 7. Haley Warden has 10 digs to lead everybody in that category. Emily Clark with 5. Team blocks coming into this match. We had talked about how the Firestorm second in the conference in blocks, but tonight they have mustered just 3 blocks in the first 2 games, whereas the Mustangs have 5 blocks. And the Mustangs were not very strong coming into the match, ranking 7th in the conference. And remember, there are now 9 teams in the conference. And the Mustangs coming in averaging just a couple of ticks better than 1 block per game, and here getting 5 in the first 2 of this match. So the Mustangs, as we're ready to start Game 3, they'll be serving, and specifically Aubrey Beckendam, the lone junior on the team. And that's going to be Mackenzie Warden popping it over, so an opportunity for the Mustangs. Emily Clark setting for Child. That one goes off the net and then out of bounds, so the point goes to the Firestorm. Firestorm starting off this Game 3 the way they started Game 2 with the first point of the game. Mustangs got the first point in Game 1. And coming in is Kayla Heaney to serve. And she'll also be setting for the Firestorm. Great floating serve. No spin on that whatsoever. DeAngelis with the hit. Picked up by the Mustangs. The joust at the net, won by DeAngelis. DeAngelis with her 4th kill of the match to go with 3 digs, a couple of blocks. She and Ashley Kuhlman and Brittany Jones getting credit for a couple of blocks so far in the match. Beckendam and Morgan Cook also with a couple of blocks. That's Beckendam with a great dig. And then Childs just popping it over, so an opportunity now for the Firestorm. Mackenzie Warden with the kill. Number 7 for Warden. And for the Mustangs checking in, Jasmine DeMare. She's going to come in for Chloe DeAngelis, one freshman for another. DeMare, 5'6" freshman from Dearborn, Michigan. She digs that one out to Beckendam. And that's going to be Amy King getting her first action of the game, and she gets the kill to drop. King, a 5'10" freshman from right here in Santa Clarita, California. 2-2 here in Game 3. And Brittany Jones to serve. Just ticks the net. That's a great serve. I mean, that one ticked the net. Haley Warden was in a position to pass it, and it ticked the net, and it then went up off of her chest, causing a difficult pass. Back set. Off the block, out of bounds. Point goes to Arizona Christian. Brenna Bailey with the kill. Cook is going to come back in for the Mustangs. She is going to replace, we'll check that. Hang on a second. My bad. Actually coming in is Emily Clark. And Kuhlman. Blocked by the Mustangs, but picked up by Haley Warden. Jenny Thompson outside, and a nice soft touch. Pancake save by Beckendam, but then it's going to go out of bounds. So the point goes to the Firestorm. 4-3 here in Game 3. It's an outstanding job by Beckendam just to get that hand flattened out on the floor and get a piece of that ball to keep it alive for the Mustangs. Clark with the pass. Beckendam to set. King with the dink. That's going to be Bailey. And it's now a 2-point lead for the Firestorm. This is a different Firestorm team than we've seen the last couple of seasons. Talked about it throughout the first 2 games of this match. And again, as a reminder, last season the Firestorm 0-14. The season before that, 2-12 in the Golden State Athletic Conference. But this year coming into this one, 1-1 in the match. That was King. Saved by Mackenzie Warden. Bailey to Beckendam. Overpass. And that's going to be down. I do believe that was Bailey with the hit off of the overpass. And it's now a 3-point lead. So the Firestorm, just to reiterate the point, much stronger team. Here's Bailey. Off. Demare. And the point goes to the Firestorm. And Mackenzie Warden has rattled off 3 straight points while serving. And it is a 4-point lead for Arizona Christian. Beckendam, the quick set to Kuhlman. Saved. Emily Clark, save. Set. King, blocked. And that's going to be a point for the Firestorm. Clark trying to save it. And that's a 5-point lead. Mustangs lead this match 2-0. So obviously, Firestorm need to win this game to stay in the match. Beckendam, the back set to Child. Saved by Warden. Saved by the Firestorm. Now an opportunity to set something up for the Mustangs. That's out. Mustangs trying to claim a tip. They are going to get it. Point goes to the Mustangs. Olivia Gwynn now in. She's going to go back to serve for the Masters College. Strong serve. Jenny Thompson up the back row set. Joust at the net. Beckendam puts it down. Number 5 for Aubrey Beckendam to go with her 13 assists, 7 digs, and a block. That's her line so far in this match. 8-5 here in Game 3. Arizona Christian with the lead. Now it's 9-5 as that serve goes out by Gwynn. Marinda Killeen will now come in for Olivia Gwynn. So the Mustangs will have Killeen and Beckendam serving, and usually when they've been in this situation, it's been Killeen with the setting. Beckendam as an outside hitter. That quick set goes to Kuhlman, and she puts it down. Number 7 to lead the Mustangs in kills for Ashley Kuhlman. DeAngelis comes in, as does Sydney Hamilton. They're coming in for Demare and King. Jenny Thompson off the block, and the point goes to the Firestorm. By the way, we're not going to see Aubrey Pyburn tonight. We won't see her tomorrow night, the 5'11 sophomore with the knee injury. We're hoping that we're going to get her back on the court, hopefully within a couple of weeks. That's Kuhlman off the block. Kuhlman now with 9 kills. Cuts the lead to 3. So we've played this script before. Kuhlman to serve. A quick dump by Settle. Cook with the hit for the Mustangs. Now Jenny Thompson blocked by the Mustangs. Settle, back set to Bailey. Beckenham to set to DeAngelis, and we're going to have a violation. Who's into the net? I believe they're going to say Sydney Smith for the Firestorm, so the point goes to the Mustangs. This is Smith. Out. No block. 10-9. All this coming from senior Ashley Kuhlman serving. The senior out of Henderson, Nevada. Another dump attempt by Settle, picked up by the Mustangs. Now a free play for the Firestorm. Settle to Thompson, low set, so Thompson just popping it over. Blocked, but picked up by DeAngelis. Beckenham blocked again. What a job in the front court by Jenny Thompson and Sydney Smith. Another block. This one counts for a point. The first block to count for the point. The 4th of the match for the Firestorm. They lead by 2. Now an opportunity for Arizona Christian. Mackenzie Warden. That ball is going to go into the 4th row, and the point goes to the Firestorm, back up to a 3-point lead. They've led by as much as 5 here in Game 3. Mustangs cut it to within 1, 10-9, and now the Firestorm have rattled off 2 consecutive points to lead at 12-9. Killeen catching the Firestorm unaware, gets the dump into the empty spot of the court, cuts the lead to 2 as Child comes in for Marinda Killeen. Marinda Killeen. Jennifer Denham is, I think, arguing a call, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what it was, but it's falling on deaf ears. That one's going to fall on the floor, and it's going to be a point for the Firestorm. Denham still in conversation with the umpire, Marvin Hall, and just getting her point across. As a substitution, the 2 setters for the Firestorm switching spots. It's Kayla Heaney now goes to the back court. Haley Settle comes off. And Heaney to serve. Hamilton just gets it across. So an opportunity now for the Firestorm, and tough set, so another opportunity now for the Mustangs. Back set for DeAngelis. Bailey blocked. I think it was Morgan Cook combining with Chloe DeAngelis. Those 2 freshmen combined for the block, and it's cuts the lead to 2 again as DeAngelis goes back to serve. That one's coming my way. Point goes to the Mustangs. DeAngelis to serve again. Great floater, no spin whatsoever. Block out of bounds. The hit by Sydney Smith. And so it's back to a 2-point lead. This one's really going back and forth here in Game 3. The Mustangs, if you're joining us late, they win the first 2 games. They win the first one 25-19, then come from behind to win the game 2 25-23. That served by Haley Warden goes into the net. So here we are in Game 3, and the Firestorm have led throughout here in Game 3 as much as 5, but now it is a 1-point lead, 14-13. And Brittany Jones to serve for the Lady Mustangs. Into the net. So this one has been going back and forth. As I mentioned, once a 5-point lead, the Mustangs cut it to within 1, 10-9. And then ever since then, it's been back and forth, 1-point, 2-point lead, all for the Firestorm. Right now, a 2-point lead. Beckenham, the quick set to Kuhlman. Back to a 1-point lead. Kuhlman with kill number 10. Talking to head coach Alan Vince earlier this week and mentioning it's hard to replace two-time All-American Sam Doherty. And he said that you can't replace someone who gives you 25, 28 kills in a match. Game in, game out. Kuhlman has been a terrific replacement, but she will probably not get that many kills. But here she's leading. And there is Amy King off the block. And Amy King gets her third kill of the match. The Mustangs have played 13 players in the match. Kuhlman is going to be long. (16-15). That point breaks the tie as Settle comes back in to replace Heaney. And so Settle will go into the front row. And Bailey to serve for the Firestorm into the net. So it's back to a tie game at 16. King will come out. Hamilton will come in. DeMare will come out. DeAngelis will come back in. DeAngelis and Kuhlman could be twins. They're both 5'11". They both look so much alike. So my apologies if I continue to call one the other. The overpass gives the Firestorm an opportunity. Jenny Thompson with the hit goes long, and the Mustangs take the lead here in Game 3 for the first time, 17-16. Hamilton to serve, and that's long. So we're back to a tie at 17. Mustangs win Game 3. The match is theirs. Obviously, Firestorm needing to win this game to keep their hopes alive in the match. Killeen the set to Beckendale.